Hey folks, Tuesdays with Stories is brought to you by Blue Chew. Everybody, I don't know if you've had the experience to have sex on Blue Chew, but it is much improved. You last longer, you feel better, it gives you the confidence you need and the length you need. Get more confidence in the bedroom. Blue Chew's tablets offer the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in a chewable form. If you don't like swallowing pills, this is for you. It works fast, and you can take it day or night. You save a ton of money compared to the name brands. Blue Chew is an online prescription service. That means no doctor's office or waiting in line, and you can talk to a licensed medical provider and get a prescription online. It ships right to your door. Mark, tell them how to get some Blue Chew.
You got that right, Fatty. Love the Blue Chew. I'm a fan. I'm a user. I'm an abuser. I keep one in my pocket just in case I run into Magic Johnson or Casey Anthony. You never know. Special offer just for the gays. Visit BlueChew.com and get your first shipment free when you use our special promo code Tuesdays. Just pay $5 for shipping. Again, that's BLUEChew.com. Promo code Tuesdays to try it free. Ah!
Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
No, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another hot, fun, sexy, breezy, sunny episode of Tuesdays with Stories. Mark's doing blow. It's old school. We're back to pandemic rules. What do you got there? Prophylactic propane tank?
Fluticasone propionate nasal spray. This is what killed Michael Jackson.
Don't you find it hard? No, that was propofol.
Ah, my bad.
Don't you find it hard
I
to
just
not?
proposed. All right.
Don't you find it hard to not abuse whatever drugs are given to you when you're sick? Like it says like one nasal spray. I'm like, I want to jam this right up my ass.
I totally do. I got some. Well, we got a whole bag of jizz to lay out on the bedroom floor, but I got a whole bunch of pills. I've already taken 9 times the dosage because I'm trying to get this thing moving here.
Exactly, and it ends up being counterproductive. But I'm always like, he told me to take 2 quefatines. I'll take 4 just to make sure, double it up.
Right.
And the thing is, when you're sick, time is the only thing that can really properly heal. It's the same with a hangover. You're like,
yes.
I'll drink water and do push-ups, but it's only time heals. But so you're on the gurney, the griddle, the grill. What's happening?
McGriddle. That's it. Yeah.
Gruber.
Well, I got to get it out there for the folks at home. We're Zooming today because I got the Delta variant. I'm hurting. I'm dying. I'm shitting blood. I'm pissing water. I got a period. I have a miscarriage. I don't know what happened. I woke up on Sunday in Texas. I could barely get out of bed. My throat is closed up like a virgin's honey pot. I can't swallow. I'm a bad gay. I sound like Harvey Firestein over here, and I'm sweating. I'm dying here, man.
But you got a negative test. You tested negative?
Well, of course, I got the Netflix coming up. I got the proposal. I'm going gay. I'm selling some tickets. We got a hot pod. And everything comes crashing in. I was like, I got Delta. I know it. But I went and got tested, tried to do the right thing. Good movie.
I find the movie overrated.
Sorry. Turns out I got not laryngitis, but Laren something. Larry David. I can't remember what it was, but it's something in it. I blew a guy with AIDS. I'm dying. I can't talk. I got 8 pills. I got nose spray. I'm all snotted up.
Larry Bird flu.
What?
I said Larry Bird flu.
That's a fucking title.
I heard the moisture. I heard the moist cough.
Oh, I'm moist, baby. This is bad news. I'm dying, Jerry.
By the way,
I'm like Smuckers.
I'd be dying in 3 days if I didn't bump into some guy that said, "Hey, Mark's got strep throat." I was on my way over there, and some guy's like, "Hey, you heard about Mark? He's got strep anal." And who knows? I would have been a dead man walking.
You're right. You did the right thing. I mean, this is very contagious. I've already eaten out the lady. She's barren now, so that's over. But it's all in here. It's all, my head's a beach ball. My eyes won't open. I sound like hell. I got no energy. I hate it. I don't know what this is. I never get sick. Ah!
But first of all, I got one more beef and one question.
Beef it in my ass. Beef eater.
The question is, don't you always feel a little bit sexy though when you sound like that? Isn't there part of you that wishes you could do a voiceover? I feel like an Irish poet.
Right. Yeah, I thought about that. It crossed my mind, but it hurts. It hurts to speak, and that's our whole gig.
I know, you got to speak. We're speakers. We're speak easy, speak difficult.
Exactly.
Stunk.
I need to watch Deep Throat because I need like a frozen banana to throat fuck me or something because it's so scratchy.
Get some popsicles. Well, here's what you need. I mean, you saw a doctor, so you don't need to talk to me. You talk to another doctor, Dr. Steve. Big high five to Dr. Steve. But
love you, Stevie.
I think you're doing the right thing. It's hydrate, rest, gargle. Saltwater gargle is big. And a steam room, if you have access to a nice steamy shower. Get the steam, a hot cloth. Put some semen on there for good luck.
Yeah, but here's the clinker is like, I had to cancel a show. Another worse for me. Me, I can't cancel a show. I had to cancel a show. People are like, what are you got Delta? I'm like, no, I'm just sick. And they're like, maybe come by. But you don't want to be the guy showing up and hacking along on everybody. I'm already a hack.
Well, I texted you. By the way, you're killing over here at least. I don't know what's going on with the folks at home, but I'm dying over here.
Well, I've blacked out a long time ago.
But these days, you can't even show up with a sniffle. I literally was at the cellar last night before this, and a woman there was like, I had some fucking cunt waitress show up. She had the sniffles. She said she had a headache. I sent her right home. She fucking Jazzy Jeffed her, threw her out, and then whipped a box of Kleenex at her and said, get your fucking fat, sick ass out of here. People... It didn't used to be like this, but people now are like, if you show up at the office with a cold, you're a fucking Nazi, fascist, fucking piece of shit.
You got that right. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know what's worse right now, being a Nazi, a sick guy, or a... Hold on. Republican? I don't know. What do people hate? I ran out of things. My brain is mush.
People hate everything. It doesn't matter what it is. In our you're making me cough.
Sorry. I'm in a coffin soon.
In our Jarrett Coffin Hotel. That's where I stayed in Nantucket. But in this day and age, in this big asshole we're living in,
yeah,
there's a large group of people that hates everything.
Yes.
Even if you're like helping children, they're like, why are you helping those children? You should be helping those children.
Yes, so true. That's a good point because it gives them a personality. They want to hate. They want to yell at somebody. They got to have a thing, and you're like, well, you're hating me while you could be in a soup kitchen, you cum guzzling Nazi. So how about them apples, you queef?
Oh, shit. I fucked up everything. Sorry. Shelby's texted me. I don't have headphones in.
Well, if you can hear, you can hear.
Well, hold on. Sorry.
Excuse me.
Sorry, Shelby. I fucked up. Is the audio going to be horrible for the first 5 minutes now?
Oh,
Shelby says
good.
no.
You're good.
I'm glad I had these headphones.
I'll tell you one thing about being sick is I cherish the health. You know me, I'm a freewheeling, teetotaling cum licker. I'm on a scooter with no helmet. I'm taking 8 flights. I take the mask down to eat a pretzel. I forget to put it back up. I'm all over the road. But then when you're sick, you go, I didn't know what I had.
Well, there's an old Buddhist. By the way, I'm so paranoid now that the first 7 minutes are gonna suck ass because we haven't recorded like this in so long.
I'm sure it's fine.
My microphone's picking you up. We're gonna have double speak, but I'm sure Shelby can fix it in post or whatever.
Shelbo, we believe in you. You're a wizard. Grand.
It's all my fault. But there's an old Buddhist adage: love an adage.
Love an adage. Better than a minus
or a subtractage.
There you go. Mileage? No. Timesage. Shit. I'm coming to join you, honey. Woo. That was my red fox.
By the way, I'm not sick, but look at how shiny I am. I'm sweating like assholes because I got no AC in here because it's a whole Bag of tits. But anyways,
Later.
the old Buddhist adage, a healthy man wants a million things. A sick man wants only one.
That's good. That's good, baby. I love it. That's so true. You don't realize what you got till it's gone. Who said that? Neil Diamond?
Don't know what you got till it's gone. I think that's Poison or no, Winger or might be Winger or
Winger. I don't know about
Warrant.
Winger. I think you're thinking of Wings.
Kip Winger.
Kip Winger. That sounds made up.
There's Kit Cloud Kicker. Remember him?
Oh, he was cute.
He was fun.
Yeah,
But,
that was a fun show. It was a Jungle Book, but with talking.
See, but I'm on the other side. You have perspective because you're sick. I'm over here going, I want a scratch ticket that wins money. I want the Red Sox to win. I want my wife to blow me. I want my dad to eat my ass.
Sure.
I want to have a good set tonight. I want to win an Oscar.
Great list.
I want my dick to be straight. And you're
Yes.
over there just going, if I could just feel healthy, that's all you want.
I know. I mean, how many times we going, we're at the movies, we're at the Winger concert, we got a show, we go, we got to go do this fucking dumb, queefy show. I would kill to do a show right now. I'd kill to do a pod with you in the room, touching your leg, you're scared of the cat. I didn't know what I had. I took it all for granted.
By the way, last night, that show you had to miss, what a show. I got to tell you. I mean, this was like...
You're killing me.
The show was fire, as the kids say.
Soho?
Soho. It was a fun night. I had, so I've been at the Cellar for 9 years now. I've never been on a show that wasn't, I get my spots at like 1 a.m.,
Right.
2:30 a.m., sun up. And finally I started saying, hey, listen, lady, I go to bed at midnight these days. I'm like a farmer. I wake up at 6:15.
Sure.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah,
So
blow
I
it
said,
up.
I'm available before 11 p.m., before 10 p.m., and Sundays, I like a nice Sunday to myself, so I said, I'm available before 10.
Good for you.
So I think normally when I do that, she gives me a spot at 9:55. It's a little bit of mind games, it feels like.
Yeah, she can be a bit of a coos over there at the you-know-what Cellar.
Dude. But so it's like, I feel like Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday towards the end over here. You
Right,
got tuberculosis.
I got the tube. I'm Jeffrey Tubin.
By the way, remind me to talk about the Val Kilmer movie.
Oh, is that out yet?
It's out in theaters. Yeah, you can't go because you're sick as a taint, but
Damn it! I love it, Tate. I'm tainted. I put it on the TV channel the other day and it didn't come up. So what kind of things in theaters? That's all on TV now. What is this? The 80s?
it's a hell of a picture. But it's in the theaters until it comes out on Amazon Prime. Nowadays, in the old days, it would be in theaters for like 3 months,
Right.
then nowhere for 3 months.
Right.
Now they're like, let's put it in the movie for 10 minutes and then it'll be out on Amazon in 6 hours. Just hold your horses.
Yeah, there was that purgatory, like, ooh, it's done with theaters. Only a few more weeks where we get that shit at Major Video or Blockbuster or Coastal Video, whatever the fuck you had in your town.
Stones Video,
Ooh, that's good for the potheads.
which was also a liquor store.
Now that's a fun Saturday.
That was something. You could get your scratch tickets, your rum,
Right.
and your video, and you drink it, you put it on the video, you fuck your wife, and then you beat the shit out of your kid.
Hey, now that's a Massachusetts evening if I've ever heard it. See, I never had a porn section in my. I worked at a Blockbuster, so there's no porn there. But we had Alfalfa Video, and no porn.
Cockbuster.
Aha! Exactly. Oh yeah, I got to get in the box. All right.
What's in the box? So anyway,
Box
I had
office.
she gave me 2 early spots, 7:15, 8:15.
Ooh.
And this Soho show, he asked me to do this guy Maximilian. He asked
Yeah.
me to do the Soho show, and I was like, I'll do that because that'll be before the Cellar spots because I always get a 10:30 spot, 11 o'clock.
Uh-oh.
So I said yes to that show. Then she gives me the early spots, and now I regret the Soho show because I'm like,
Of course.
I'm already doing 2 sets. I want to go home after that.
Right, and it's a wild card. It could be a shit show. You never know.
Exactly, but it paid pretty well.
It
So
did. I missed it.
I go, hey, Sarah, that movie Val, the new Val Kilmer documentary, is playing at the Quad Cinema, which is a great cinema, 13th and 6th Avenue.
Dying to
So I
see
go,
it.
Let's go see that. Then I'll walk down, do the Fat Black, go downstairs, do the VU, then walk to Soho, do this Maximilian show.
That's an amazing night if I've ever heard one there, Fatty.
Pretty good night, but every once in a while something goes wrong. But
yeah.
not last night.
Yeah!
Went to Quad Cinema, saw the Val Kilmer documentary. Unbelievable, powerful, touching,
Really?
beautiful, hilarious. He's dying of cancer, He's got the fucking... he has one of these.
What?
Val Kilmer.
Wow, I guess I can't be bitching and moaning if fucking Top Secret over here is got the throat hole, glory hole thing.
It's brutal. I mean, he's old and his face is sagging off and he does the... I don't know how to talk anymore. It's one of those.
He was such a hunk.
So hot. The
He
hottest.
was Batman.
Yeah, they talk about that. They got all into Batman. He's got behind-the-scene footage. I LOL'd at one point. There's a hilarious part in the movie.
What a psycho. I mean, he seems like a fascinating son of an onion because he's a millionaire. He's a leading man, box office, whatever, still videoing everything. Usually the nerd, fat, weird guy is off in the corner with the video. He's the hot guy videoing.
He videoed everything, and it makes you wish you were videoing everything, but that guy sucks in real life.
Exactly. Everybody hates that guy. But hey, at the end of the road, you're glad you got that fuck on camera.
Yeah, it's a hell of a picture. Walked down there, did the Fat Black. That was rocking. Went down to the VU, saw Veter. He's in great shape. Had a great set there. Then I want to go home, but I'm like, this Soho show will be fun. Beautiful night, 75, sunny, breezy, stroll through Soho. I don't spend a lot of time in Soho, believe it or not.
Love Soho.
It's gorgeous. It's exciting. I walk down there, and the show, there's like 2 door guys outside. It's all neon pink and Soho-y. It's down in a basement, long hallway, young, hip, hot people, just hot women everywhere, mixed, very diverse crowd, and it was rock and roll. It was pretty fun.
It was good till the diversity, but man, that is I love that when you get that random show and you never know, and here we are in this unknown place with 2 bouncers, and then holy shit, you're in this. You feel like you're a part of some secret club in New York.
It's very cool. I was very hip, but here's the thing: some of these people. Do you ever do shows for really young, hip people? Not just young, but the young and hip, and you go, boy, comedy might be doomed.
Hate it. I'm so with you. Then some whippersnapper goes up in a wheelchair and he goes, oh, I have cancer and black people deserve rights. And you go, geez, this is the future. And then he kills.
There's a comic whose name I forget, Jessica something. She's funny. She's like a big Bronx, brashy broad.
Kirsten.
Not Kirsten.
Rabbit.
I wish I knew her name because she's funny. She's a good comic. But she did a joke where she was like, my father used to say this. And it was something faggy fork.
Okay.
It was about a spoon. A spoon is something like that. I didn't hear the actual joke.
That's hilarious.
But
that's great.
She does the bit, and like the crowd, you did literally out loud are like this. No, that ain't it. Shaking their head, and it's like dead silent. She's like, "Well, this is what my father said." It's like a joke about how he's outdated, and they were like, all like you could see 6 heads like this.
At this show or a different show?
At this show. I mean, they were a good crowd other than that. It was just like one of those things where you're like, but aren't you listening to the context?
They don't listen, and they think, sorry, this shit riles me up. They think they're heroes. They think they're doing the right thing. It's not even their fault. They're just so stupid, and I feel like people have been conditioned over Twitter and everything that they have to react that way. It's Pavlovian, Jerry.
It's crazy, and you're like, but I'm saying... He said this thing that's inappropriate.
Exactly. That's the bit, you queef.
And then I'm doing jokes, and then I'm like, I don't really watch porn. Oh, porn, you gotta watch porn. It's good. But there's like a lot of those reaction-y things, and you can't do self-deprecating because they're like, you're handsome, you're fine. And I'm like, you're loved, and I'm like, well, whatever. I'm just trying to set up a bit, you fucking douche.
It's comedy, you chooch. You're starting to make me turn on this show. I think I hate it now.
No, the show was great. Believe me, it was great. It was just a couple. It's just a couple apples in the orchard. The rest of the apples were great. There was a couple worms in the apple, and it wasn't bad. It was just one of those things where you're like, just relax. It's just a joke. And even if you're offended, you could just be offended a little quieter and then wait for the next joke. You can see that she's not a bigot, right? You understand that?
I know. She's saying it's bad. They just hear the word. It annoys me because I think it comes down to narcissism. They go, I want everyone to know that this is bad, that I think this is bad. It's all perception. Hey, everybody, see me hating this? That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, doesn't make any sense, but I swear the show's great. You'll do it again next time. I think they might try to make it like a regular thing, and they paid timely. The guy's super nice. The comics were all nice and supportive, and I mean, it was rock. But it's small. It's like a little hallway. It's smaller than your apartment, and they packed him in, so the laughs were like bound. It was wild.
I love it. Gee, I hate missing. I got a real case of FOMO, and I'm a homo, and I'm a homeowner.
Yeah, you are. So I want to hear about Texas because something went. I mean, did you make out with a homeless guy? What happened? How'd you get so sick? How were the shows? I mean, I love Houston. I long for Texas. So just give me anything Texas.
Well, let me just say this for the sick. You know, when you're sick, you get sick every now and then, huh?
Sure. Although it's been a while, I have to say.
All right. Well, that's nice. But maybe the mask. Who knows? The sanitation. What do you call it? Hand stuff. But it feels like I'm never going to come back to life. That's the scary part. It feels like it will last forever. It's like a bad edible or acid.
Right. It's hard to imagine what it feels like to feel healthy.
I got nothing. And I got a shoot in 9 days. I got Philly this weekend. It's all sold out. It's my favorite club in the country. But then I got to go Buddhist and all that shit and tick not nice or whatever and like cut back and go, hey, I could have been sick on Martha's Vineyard. Hey, I could have been sick in Houston. But no, it hit me right when I got home, so that's pretty good.
It's perfect. And when do you go to Philly? Thursday, right? I mean,
yeah.
You got all of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's why it's important not to go do sets. We're doing a pod. You got to put some energy here. But after this, take a hot bath, hot shower, hot sex, hot jizz, whatever you got to do.
Hot gay sets.
Just do is hot one coming soon. Long Beach.
Yeah.
That was fun. Oh, yeah, we didn't even talk about that. We can talk about that. But anyway.
Oh, that's on the list.
But just lay low, relax, chill, take the meds, watch some telly, and Thursday you'll feel a little off, but better, and then by Friday you'll be rocking and rolling.
All right, I hope you're right. I went to the doctor, and I did that thing that happened to you where you go to the doctor, and he's like, you're fine, it's a throat thing, it looks pretty bad, but take this, I'll give you some prescription, blah, blah, blah. And then I left and I go, oh, I should have asked about that. I should have asked about that. I should have asked about, and that's all, and I can't go back.
Right, it's no good. Do you have health insurance? You should get some health insurance.
No, as you would say, I don't have health insurance. I'm an American.
I know. I just got some, and it's so ridiculous. I think I already said this. If I bought a second home, I don't even have one home, an apartment. If I bought a house, I would save money. How crazy is that?
That's what I did. It's a horrible system. I go to the doctor once every queef's age, Maine Coon's age, and it's not worth it. I pay the copay or whatever the hell, co-pilot, the chicken soup for the soul. God is my captain. I pay that, and I'm done. You guys are paying out the ass every month like a period.
I know, it's crazy. And I've gone to the doctor one time. I literally went to the skin doctor. She looked at my skin for 30 seconds, touched my balls, flicked my ear, and said, come back in October.
Exactly.
But if I get AIDS again, I'll have some support or whatever.
Pretty impressive how you and Magic Johnson really fucked and got over it.
Yeah, it's all about movie theaters and hook shots.
What the hell was I talking about? Oh yeah, so Texas, love Texas as a comic. You know, a New York comic. Whenever you get a Texas booking, you go, woo, something about that state. You land, you want to put on a cowboy hat, some boots, and fuck a donkey. Just something comes out of you. Florida's got that too. Florida, you want to fuck a dolphin or whatever's regional. But we sold it all out. We added a show. I got my guys there, Zod and Andrew Youngblood, and just the greatest time. Somebody asked for a guest set. I said no. That felt good. And it was just like these crowds. They love us. They're yelling, Tuesday, queef, put it in my ass. All this shit. That's lunch. They're going nuts. It's almost getting annoying where you're like, all right, buddy, let me get to the zinger here.
Right. It feels good, though. It's very exciting. We love the gays. And my favorite people are the ones that you're just walking by and they go, gay. It's fun, which they might just be saying that. They might not know anything to do with the podcast. They might just think I walk weird. But God bless them. Anyone that you walk by, a nice whisper, a wink. I just love it. It makes me feel so happy inside.
Yeah, and it's a tough system because you got to do the meet and greet, and they buy a shirt, they take a photo, but they want to tell you everything. They want to go, I have a Beamer too, just like yours. My dad fucked my ass just like yours, and my mom died, and I have a Maine Coon, and I got a friend with a small mouth, and they just pour all this shit on you, which is nice. But there's a line full of 68 queefs out there. We got to get to everybody.
Yeah, well, it's hard, and I think that's where you get yourself sick because you shake hands, you finger an ass, and then you go brush your teeth, and next thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire, and you got the flu.
Remember the guy when you were a kid, you'd sleep at a friend's house, you go, I forgot my toothbrush, and he did this shit?
Yeah, the finger guy. I hated that guy.
That guy was huge.
I hated that guy, and I just thought, it's one day. Your teeth are going to be okay. They're built to last. You can probably go 3 days without brushing. And what are you making out with the butler? I mean, you don't need to do the finger. And your fucking finger is disgusting, by the way.
I know. And plus, you're putting that puppy in a jar of Jif later. You're fingering my mom. Like, I'm sniffing you. It's too much. The fingers, even if you put a plunger up your ass, it'd be cleaner.
Yeah, it's just wacky. It doesn't make sense. Now, where do you stand on this? We might have talked about this before. But I got a friend, she's a comedian, she's wonderful, and she listens to podcasts, and she says, hey, I got to bring this up. She's got friends that listen to all the podcasts, so she can get all the scoops.
Okay,
and she
I
goes,
love a
hey,
scoop.
I gotta say, I've heard through the grapevine that you said on a podcast, I don't even know when or where, that you're using me.
Okay.
She said, you're using your wife's toothbrush occasionally. And I go, what, no good? And she's like, it's terrible, it's crazy. And I'm like, well, I stick my tongue in her asshole. You know, I've jerked off to her aunt. I've eaten her out twice, and I've seen her tits. What difference does it make if I brush my teeth with her toothbrush?
I'm with you, fatty. Well, so what's the beef?
All right, that's it. I mean, it makes me feel better. You're a good friend because she's like, it's disgusting, it's germs, and even if you eat her out on Sundays, you know, it's different because there's no bacteria there or whatever. And I'm like, I'm telling you, there's plenty of bacteria in there.
Yeah, of course. As I said before, I went down on the lady last night. Her labia looks like fucking corned beef. So yeah, the toothbrush is that's long. That's come and gone, just like my mom. But but yeah, either way, Texas was great. And how about this? This is something. So I'm starting a whiskey company with the old Jew-faced Marill over there. We're trying it. Could be horrible. It's called Drinking and Driving. And
is that really what it's called?
No, but I pushed that. Sam was against it.
Yeah,
but,
it's no good.
No good. But either way, the guy who we're making the whiskey with, Chris he lives in Houston, so he gave me a tour of the distillery, gave us lunch. It was killer. I feel like a mogul.
You are a mogul. I mean, I'm blown away. I mean, all I can think of is, did you see a squeegee? You're not going to make a dime without a squeegee. I mean, you're a mogul. This is crazy because, I mean, if this thing blows up, you could be Bezos. You could be going to the moon and divorcing your wife and shaving your head.
It could be belly up. I mean, who knows? Either way, I'll have a box of rye at my house that I'll just cry into every weekend. But we're going to give it a shot, see what happens. I mean, Scottie Pippen's got a whiskey. Nobody bought it. Somebody fucked his wife. Drake's got a whiskey. He's half black. Nobody cares. He's Canadian. So we could. Who the hell are we?
Drake's got a whiskey and cupcakes. Those are pretty good.
He does?
Devil dogs. Nothing.
I love
I thought that was gonna be big.
I thought you were serious. He seems kind of half a faggy fork, if you know what I mean. So I thought he might have had a cupcake. But yeah.
but so when does it launch? Does it premiere? What happens? Is it a launch?
Well, it's just like when you propose to the lady. You know, you get down on one knee, you go, all right, I'm good, I got a ring, and then she goes, when's the wedding, when's the party, when's the funeral, and you go, I thought I was done. It's the same with the whiskey. We go, hey, we want to set up a whiskey, and they go, what do you want the label? What size of the bottle? What alcohol? And I go, and I just want to stab myself with my own dildo. So we're all in the works, but I give it 6 months, that puppy will be on the floor, or on the shelf, sorry, not on the floor.
But I think if you're a CEO or a CFO or a UFO, you get to skip a lot of that. I think you just get to, you throw your face on there, don't you? I don't think you do that. I think there's a guy that smashes grapes and another guy that bottles it, and you don't put the glue on the fucking label.
I hope. I mean, Sam wants to put a Star of David on there and a childproof cap. I can't keep up. Just make the thing. I'll sell it. I'll push it at the Cub Scout meeting, whatever we got to do. But I don't know. I can't do logistics. I can't get a license plate on a car, for Christ's sake. How am I going to make a whiskey? But
Woo!
great to see the distillery. Great to see the big vats. I love a vat. Don't you love a vat?
Oh, I love a good vat man. And bobbin.
Vat Kilmer. Oh, man, I'm sweating.
I'm dying over here. It's like 100 degrees in here.
Same
and
here.
I got the fan, but if I pull this back, it's too shiny. Look at this. I'm like powder.
That looks good.
Does
It's like a ring light. Your hair has got great body and volume. You look good.
I mean, my face, I look at my face and I want to just grab myself by the hair and smash my face like fucking, the Joker or whatever. It's just disgusting.
You have perfect hair to do a smash down. You got that perfect top part to really grab.
The hair is something. I got some nice hair here, but man, the teeth, the mouth, the eyes, the nose, the eyebrows.
I got to say, once you got better or hipper modern frames, I think it was a big leap. Because you had those, old black guy preacher frames back in the day, like Boys to Men or something. Now you got like a cool guy.
A bit wiry. It's like we talk about, I got to do this as a bit because I bring it up all the time, but all these things, sorry, there's an ambulance in my front yard. All these things, you don't know until someone starts, throwing eggs at your face. You're like,
I know.
You fucking idiot. You look like Ben Franklin with your wire glasses. And when I bought them, they were like, this is what's in now. You take a paper clip, you unfold it, and make it into glasses. And I went, all right.
Right, exactly. I mean, I thought Eskimo was fine until 3 days ago when I said Eskimo and some guy kicked me in the shin. It's Inuit, you bigot. I was like, I've never even met an Eskimo. I don't even think igloos are real. Stop yelling at me.
I'm hearing this now from you. I didn't know Inuit.
What? Eskimo's out. Inuit is Inuit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, see? It's like Sarah, your wife says, we need a fucking newsletter every week to keep up with the goddamn terms.
Yeah, I had no idea. I'll tell you one term I know pretty well. Sheath underwear. That's a term I know well.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys all know it well. They've been sponsoring us since 1985. I hope everyone's bought a pair of sheath underwear. If you haven't,
Gotta do it.
Do it right now. Pause the show.
Yep.
Go get some sheath underwear, for God's sakes. They're our favorite sponsor. They're just the best. Robert Patton, he started it. He messages us all the time on Instagram. Great guy. I wear nothing but sheath underwear.
Here.
Obviously, wearing it right now. It keeps your balls off your leg. There's 2 pouches, one for your dick, one for your balls. And as I've said, it feels nice to pull it out right before you urinate. It's like a silky ride for the cock.
Right.
And it's great. It's sexy looking. My wife loves it. You could support this awesome veteran-owned company whose founder is a Tuesday, huge gay, and he's a huge comedy fan. Robert Patton, like I said, they make the best underwear. Tell him how to get it, Mark.
You got that right. We all love Rob. We love the undies. I'm wearing them right now. Your genitals need a little space. Go to sheathunderwear.com and order with promo code TUESGAYS to get 20% off your first order, and Sheath's Underwear's 100% money-back guarantee. That's sheathunderwear.com, promo code TUESGAYS. Get Sheath Underwear and let them support your balls. We love Sheath.
Love Sheath. I think maybe this might be good. This is like a gift from God, this being sick, because it settles you. It slows you leading up to the special. That way you're not burnt out for the special. You're not overly gay. You're home, you rest, and then you're feeling that boost, that energy. You get the Philly Helium. Then what a gift, by the way, to do Philly Helium before taping.
I know, right? My favorite room that's sold out. I got Sean Murphdog opening. I got Umar opening. It's just going to be a great hang, and I'm really going to try to take it easy. Philly is another city with, as you say, it's got some stank on it. It's gritty. But I really want to just cool it, chill out, focus on the shows, and not kill myself.
Yeah, have a good time. By the way, speaking of Philly Helium, I'll be there September 23rd to the 25th. But yeah, I can't wait for this special. I got it circled, highlighted, whatever. I'm so pumped. Is it sold? Are we sold out? What's going on with that?
It's kind of a kooky thing. It's in Midtown Manhattan, which is great. You don't have to fly. But all these Tuesdays are hitting me up like, hey, I ordered tickets. Because, at these TV things, you order tickets and they email you back. Here's your show, your seat, your night. And no one's getting their email back. So I yelled at Netflix. I called them horrible names, so hopefully it all comes through in the wash.
All right. Well, and is there an after party? Is it their party, your party? How do we do it?
There's an after party, but I don't know where it is yet. I'll spread the love. I'm sure it's at Epstein's house or who the hell knows, but we'll keep it open for the gays.
All right. I'm pretty excited about that. And Chris Allen's coming up for it. He'll be up there that week.
Yeah, Fat Chris Alley already asked if he can get on it. I said I don't think that's going to work, but yeah, it should be fun. And, the ladies coming. Fat Salacuse is coming. It's going to be a hoot and Annie.
All right. Well, I can't wait.
Now
That's reflux. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Hey, we're in the same boat. We're both coughing up semen here. But two weird things in Texas. And then I'll roll it over to you. Ah, jeez. All right.
Oh, there it was. That got loose. I heard it. That was a loose phlegm flick.
Lucy.co. You got to get the loose. That's what it's all about. But a guy hit me up to do his pod. You know how they do on the road. Hey, will you do my pod? I go, geez, I'm trying to relax. Who is this guy? Does the name Willie D ring a bell?
Willie D. No. Willie Dixon? That seems like something. Billy D. Williams? No, I don't know Willie D.
I didn't know him either. I tell my opener, Andrew, he goes, Willie D. Houston guy? I go, yeah, I'm doing some Houston guy, black guy. And he goes, that's one of the Geto Boys.
Oh, wow.
Now, I don't know much about the hip-hoppery, but I give him a goog. I mean, these guys are huge.
Well, I know Damn It Feels Good to Be a Gangster. I know that song pretty well.
That's the big one, yeah.
Mostly from Office Space.
Exactly. So I go, hell yeah, I'm in. Plus, I feel like we do a lot of pods with a bunch of honkies. It's nice to branch out and get some POC in there.
Sure, Branch Rickey.
Yes, so I go do the Geto Boys podcast in a shack in the middle of Houston. It's boiling hot. These guys are old rappers. They're old gangsters. They're cool as hell. And here's the funny thing about gangsters, guys, is they're cool. They're tough. They've shot people. They've been shot. If you say horrible, offensive jokes, they can't believe it. They're like, oh, my God. That boy got no chill. Holy shit. And I'm like, you've been shot. I just made a joke about eating cum.
Right. I mean, but they were laughing and enjoying it.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like...
They were loving it, and they're like, dude, are you worried when you talk like that? Are you worried you're going to get in trouble? I'm like, you've been to jail. What are you talking about? Like, these are jokes. But they couldn't believe it. They're like, this white boy's fucking bananas.
What, were all the boys there or just some of the Geto Boys?
I think one of them is dead. The little one died. There was a midget in the group. He passed on to mini heaven, and then just me and Scarface was the other guy.
Scarface?
That's
Al
his rap
Pacino?
name. That's what I was hoping for, but he was a gentleman of color, but he was in the boys. He's in the ghetto.
Wow, I mean, that is thrilling. And do they still rap? Do they live in the ghetto?
They
tell
did.
me more about the Geto Boys.
They lived in the ghetto. They're boys. They rap. They had a couple of big hits. They're huge in Houston. They're like local heroes, obviously, because they got out. They made it into the movies. They crossed over. Whitey likes them. They're great guys. They came to the show. They loved the show.
Wow.
Super cool. They hung out in the green room, which was very awkward because they're like, hey, you guys are cool. I'm not cool. How you doing? Have a chicken wing. But super fun weekend. And then one show, Blind Guy.
Oh, boy.
Now, I didn't know he was blind, because blind people look normal when they're not wearing the shades. He wasn't Ray Charleston over there. He's just sitting there. He got up to go pee. He knocked over 16 tables, a lamp, and a cubicle. I was like, what's going on with this guy? Is he fucking hammered? And he looks over. He shows me the cane. He's got the big white cane with the red ball on the end.
Wow. I mean, you'd think, though, even if he's blind, he didn't go blind that day, did he? You'd think he'd be able to get to the John without knocking over some beers.
Well, it's a sold-out comedy club. It's a tight squeeze. You got to do a little of this. Excuse me, sorry. And he's just beelining it to the shitter, and he's knocking over kids and candy stores and all this shit. So I really had a field day with that guy, and he was great. Disabled people loved being trashed.
Oh, of course. I mean, first of all, but can I just say, didn't he have a buddy? No blind buddy? I thought you need a buddy if you're blind.
He had a buddy, but I think he got away from the buddy for a minute, so it got a little loosey-goosey. But eventually, I thought the buddy was like, oh, you got to go that way. That's the bathroom. Or, oh, you're hammered. Let me help you. I didn't know he was blind until I saw the fucking stick.
I always feel bad for the buddy of the blind because it sucks that your whole day, you have to piss on his schedule. You got to hold the arm. I'm not comfortable holding an arm. I got a family friend when I was up in Maine. He's a reverend. He's been around. He's like 95. Ooh. He lost an eye. His asshole's sealed. His back is like hung over. And he's walking on the uneven ground with the cane. Yeah. And I love this guy. He's like one of the like great loves in my life, a father figure, a spiritual douche. And everyone in my family goes, hey, go help him cross this thing. And you feel awkward because he's not asking for help. I feel like I'm insulting him. He's already walking. He has the cane.
Right.
I feel like if I were him and some asshole came running over and held my arm, I'd be like, I'm walking. I walked all the way here.
Of course. Yeah. I think a lot of them do hate that.
And it's like, I feel like Larry David. I'm like, go help him. What are you doing? And I'm like, well, why don't you get up and help him? Why do I have to help him?
I know. It's so silly.
And I know I sound like an ass here, and I did help him, but I feel weird touching an arm. He didn't ask. I'm just holding his old arm, so I'm just standing next to him like a dick. I guess I'm a bad person, a bad friend.
No, because it can be condescending. What if he's like, don't touch me, motherfucker, I can do it myself. Then you're that guy, like, oh, shit, I was just trying,
Exactly.
Yeah, so I really had a field day with him as his girlfriend was there, so I was like going off on her, like, can he find the clit? I can't find the clit. We just had a great time. I was like, I'm actually Kevin Hart. You have no idea. It was... Man, was I laying into this guy, and he's on the floor.
That's great. Oh, did you help him up?
No. He fell down the stairs. But that was all I got. Then we flew out at 7 in the morning on Sunday, made it back to New York safely, and then I fucking hit a wall.
Yeah, I bet. Well, I'm gonna spin it back to Nantucket because I had some Nantucket tales. I got a couple more Nantucks. So I talked about the chartered jet, the chartered plane, the whole thing, the rich Nantucket hangs, and how Nantucket is just my favorite place in the world. Houses are 2.4 million, so I'm never going to realize my dream, but what can you do?
Yep.
But so I'm there. I fly in Wednesday. This festival, like I said, you do one show. You do one 10-minute set. So, and my show's on Saturday, and it's called the New York versus Boston Smackdown. And so I get there Wednesday. I'm there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all day Saturday with no shows. I've been to the beach 4 times. I swam in a pool. I touched a kid. I was on a ferry. I ate pizza. And all of a sudden, you're like, okay, it's show time. You got to do a show now.
Right.
And now, because of COVID, when they planned this, they didn't know what was going on with COVID and the Delta variant and the United variant and the Spirit variant.
Right.
So the show is outside, and I don't find this out until we get there Wednesday. It's normally in this movie theater, which is like amazing.
No. Yeah.
It's like an old wooden theater. It's a movie theater, but like stadium style movie theater. But this theater's amazing, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's
I've
great.
seen a photo. It looked great.
It's awesome, and then it's downtown, so it's right down the street from where we're staying. So you walk over there, and at the movie theater, there's like a rooftop bar that faces the ocean where the party normally is.
That's incredible. That's lunch.
It's super lunch. It's the best. It's gay. It's whatever. So this year, though, no movie theater because of COVID. And so I go, where's the show? And they go, it's on Barrett's farm.
Uh-oh. I don't
and I'm like,
that.
Farm? So we drive out there the Wednesday night. That's the ladies' night. Sarah's on that show.
Aha.
So maybe it's Thursday night. So we drive out, and it's out in the middle of a farm, and it's a foggy island because it's in the middle of the goddamn Atlantic Ocean. Yeah. And you're in a farm, and the great thing about Nantucket is it's 50% preservation. It's all preservation. It's all just wild land. It's an amazing island.
You got to conserve that stuff, or else people will build a goddamn Krispy Kreme over there.
Exactly. By the way, corporations not allowed in Nantucket.
Ooh,
no Starbucks, no AMC, no Chipotle. So I wanted to kill myself, but
yeah.
It's pretty amazing. It's a special place, as I said. It's all preservation. So we go out there now because it's preservation. It's buggy as fuck. So the Thursday, I watch Ladies Night, and it's a great show. It's Kelly McFarland from Boston, who's hilarious. Regina
Funny.
DeChico. Do you know Regina?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Hilarious.
Sounds nice.
New York comic. She does warm up for The View. She's a hilarious hang. Great comic. Sarah's on. A few other people. Great show. And we go there. We watch that show, and they're like, "Hey, sit in the audience. We got to fill in the crowd." So I'm like, "I love it. I'll sit in the crowd. I'll watch the show." And I'm watching the show. Carrie Louise is hosting.
I know
Fun
Carrie.
show. Good show. Then nightfall on a farm. 50% preservation.
Uh-oh.
Bugs
Indians?
galore. June bugs, July
Cicada.
bugs, cicadas, mice. I mean, it turns into just horse flies, bees, the works.
Man.
And the whole
Damn.
crowd is all doing this. It's like everyone's doing this the whole night. And you
Yep.
can just see, and like it's all like these rich people. So they're like, oh, heavens, woo.
Yeah, right.
It just gets nasty. And then
You got
the
to move
fog-
it in.
The fog is rolling through. The moon is out. Fog, moon, bugs. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, God, I'm dreading this. I'm doing Saturday.
Yeah. At least it's 10 minutes. You get in, you put your bug spray on, you do your queef joke, and you get out of there.
Well, hold your horse flies.
Oh.
So Saturday comes along. We're doing the New York versus Boston SmackDown. It's New York versus Boston. And I'm on Team New York, even though I have Boston roots, whatever.
Ooh, awkward.
And they decide, why don't we have everybody sits out on the stage after they perform? So you go out, you perform, and then you take your seat on the stage. So New York is on this side, Boston's on this side.
Aha.
So
A little
we're
division,
gonna
huh?
sit on the stage the whole time.
What? What do you got to shit, piss, get a drink, or, spit in a bucket?
You got to hold it in. So by the time I come out, there's like 5 comics sitting on the stage with me. Imagine this. You're performing, and I'm sitting 3 feet away, and I can hear the comics whispering, that's a bad bit, that's stolen, that sucks, he
It's my
stinks.
nightmare.
So they're sitting there with us. Now, for whatever reason,
It's like
there's
having a
bugs
porn
everywhere.
star watch you fuck.
Exactly. So I come out, the bugs start coming out. As soon as I walk out, for whatever reason, I don't know why, Tuesday in the crowd, the rich woman in the front row,
Yeah, coos.
I just get nailed. I'm covered, Mark. I mean, there's bugs in my hair. At one point, I did this. There's 4 of these flies. They like whatever jizz I have in my hair. I mean,
Yep.
they're everywhere. June bugs the size of my dick coming right at me, dive bombing, because we're in the light or whatever.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
no.
The whole time I'm doing this, literally, and I'm trying to ignore them. I look down at my pants. I have like 16 bugs attached to my jeans. I haven't washed my jeans since the 90s. I'm not even kidding.
Oh, my Lord. This is a night. I've heard of getting heckled, but you're getting buzzed.
It's wild, and I can hear the comics being like, there's one on his ass, there's one on his dick. I look
no.
down. It's literally on my dick. I'm like Teddy DeChamps or Gordy, whatever the fuck.
Stand by dick.
Yeah, I'm just like peeling it off my dick, and they're coming right at me. A couple times, I punched one right in the face as it came. I was just like, "Pah!" And it just like
Yeah.
went straight down to the ground. That got like an applause break, which was fun.
I punch my girlfriend when she comes.
I
But
had
yeah,
a-
that's insane.
I had a great set, and I was killing, but my whole set was about the bugs. And at one point, this is so humiliating, one flew up under my glasses, and I just freaked, and I slapped my own glasses off my face.
What? This is bananas.
I bullied myself. I was like, ah! And I just whacked it, and my glasses went flying. I had to go pick them up like an asshole, and the dead, fly was next to my glass. I'm so humiliated.
I mean, they didn't get a clue the first night. What the hell? These rich people, it's $8 million for a can of Coke over there. You can't buy a mosquito net or a fan, something.
Well, I don't know what you're going to do. I mean, you couldn't move the venue. I guess they could have dimmed the lights, but it's nature. We're in a farm, tall grass. I mean, we probably all have Zika and AIDS and whatever.
I guess, but gee, this is a nightmare. And thank God you only had one set.
But then I finished my set, and I got to go sit on the stage. And I feel good. I'm like, that was kick ass. And then Bob Lee, you know who Bob Lee is from ESPN?
I know Bobby Lee. I don't know. It's a different Bob Lee, I guess. I know Bob Levy.
Two Bob Lees. This is Ley. He's the longest tenured employee at ESPN. He came when it was like 6 days old. He retired he always did the World Cup. If you ever watched the World Cup game.
Okay. Cup. Got it.
He did Outside the Lines. He's a legend. He's like a Hall of Fame sports guy. He judges or doesn't he hosts the thing. So he's sitting behind me and he's got like this authentic voice. I hear it. It's like my childhood.
Wow.
And he comes up, he's got this crisp ESPN broadcaster voice and he goes, "I hope you don't mind. I'm going to pull some bugs out of your hair."
Oh,
I'm like,
wow.
"What?" I can't even see. I'm like, "Get them out. I'm like crying. My mascara is running and he's like peeling bugs out of my hair. They're like burrowed in this hair. It pays to be bald. So he's like pulling them out. I have like a fucking, Jim Thorpe award, I don't know, whatever award they give for fucking whatever bullshit. He's like pulling them out like one at a time. I got them all over my shoes, my socks. They're up my asshole. And we had to just sit there swatting flies.
This is the crazy thing about showbiz. You go your whole life watching Bob Levy on TV. He's talking about hockey or tennis. And then, boom, he's pulling bugs out of your hair at a farm in Nantucket. Crazy.
It was wacky. And then I got one more Nantucket thing.
That was insane.
So we finished that. Team Boston wins. I get this. The nice thing is I was on stage watching Don Gavin perform, like literally on stage with them. Legendary.
Wow.
Kick-ass hang after we go back to the hotel. It's Jackie Flynn, Justin McKinney, Don Gavin, me, Sarah, Regina. We're having cigars and just telling old stories. The kind of hangs we love. It's all I want.
Yes, especially with the internet and the activist and all the negative shit. It's nice to just have one of those hangs.
It was beautiful. I'm telling Henry Phillips stories. I'm killing. Gavin's giving me the thumbs up, laughing.
I love it.
The guy's like my dad. It just felt so good.
Yeah.
And we leave the next day. Sarah, Regina, and I are on the same flight, same thing, charter plane. We land at the Westchester Airport, which is the nicest airport I've ever been to. It's like leather seats, get your own coffee. I talked about it a little bit last time. I go into the restroom, and it's one of these bathrooms that like has like a wooden door, goes all the way to the ground, like that thick wooden door. A very nice, classy bathroom.
Yeah.
Got to take a piss. I go into the stall because I got a weird thing with dicks. I love them. So I open the door, and I just hear, whoa. I look, it's the pilot. Mid-ass wipe. He's on the shitter with the hat on. He's got the hat and the yellow stripes on his shoulder. I mean, he's got the hat. And it's literally like, I see his panties like pulled taut around his thighs. And he's like got a wipe going. Like his arm is like this. He's like, no.
Oh, my God. The most vulnerable moment on the planet. I mean, you caught Sully before he landed. I mean, that's insane. And the hat. Who leaves the hat on the shit?
He had the hat to shit. I mean, the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. I mean, it was wild. I've never seen a pilot. They're always so upright, and the posture and the thing and the steering wheel or whatever the fuck it's called. What's that called?
Oh, my God.
What's it called?
The yoke.
The yoke. I learned that last week from you. So he's got a broken yoke. It's all brown, and it's in the water. And I had to like scooch out of there, and Sarah and Regina are like hanging out with their feet up. I'm like, oh, come on, we gotta go. And they're like, what? We just got free drinks. I'm like, we gotta get out of here. I can't face this guy. I can't see him again.
Of course, that's his 9/11. I mean, that's insane. Like I got a weird dick. I got long balls. I got a hairy ass. The wiping is the ultimate vulnerable. I don't care who you are. Janet Jameson or James Dean, the wipe. Nobody wants the wipe.
Wipe is bad. I mean, and a pilot wipe is particularly offensive and jarring.
I thought pilots were like hot chicks. I didn't think they shit. They just so put together. You're right. They're upright. They got the flags and the wings and the license.
It's embarrassing. I couldn't fly with them. If I was getting on a plane and I saw that face again, I'd have to take a boat or a bus.
I can't fly. I can't do it.
I can't. I won't. But anyways,
that's insane. The pilot is in the toilet.
It was quite a sight, and I'm just driving home in silence. It was just I couldn't talk, and Sarah's like, "We should go to Burger King or whatever." I'm like, "Shut up! I saw you guys shitting."
Ooh, yeah, I mean that's when you wear the mask on the plane, you get the hand sanitizer, you wipe everything down. Holy shit! I assumed a pilot hit a bidet at least.
It was not a pretty sight. So sorry to the trade winds, millionaire, shit pilot. I hope your diet improves, and I feel bad. I'm sorry that you locked the door, you fucking whack job.
I know, right? Jesus Christ, that's like seeing an astronaut jizzing. You can't put those two together. It doesn't work.
Woo, boy.
Oh, that's wild. A pilot wiping.
This
My
is
God.
good stuff. This is a good laugh. I feel bad that you're sick, but this is fun. People are going to hate the Zoom. They're going to see the Zoom, but I hope they stuck it out because the Zoom, we'd had some amazing classic Zooms during pandemic, and this was another classic, I think.
This is a great one, and we also went to Long Island together and did a Long Beach gig, and we invited a guy to film us. That'll be out soon. We got to even talk about that. There's a lot to talk about there. Sarah had a set. We had a set. We got back. We had to take the train in. There's a lot there, but we'll save it.
A lot of fun stuff. And yeah, that's in the works right now. Chuck should have that done in about 6 months. And, we're kidding, Chuck. We love you. Move to Jersey, you piece of shit. And
get out of Rhode Island, you cum stain. We're trying to pay you here. We gave you a raise, you fat cunt.
Patrick Holbert stepped in, by the way. Funny comic and a Tuesday, so thank you, Patrick. He was great. It was a great time, and that's being edited now. There's another bonus up there from last week, and there'll be a new Hot Gay set soon. And we're gonna start. We got a live one coming up, right? I mean, in Royersford, isn't that something?
Oh, is that in the books or what?
I
thought you couldn't do it.
I think so. I thought we moved it to August 10th. Am I crazy or gay?
I'm wide open, baby. Let's spread that jizz all over my butt cheeks because we need to fill that thing up. I've never done a live pod in a dome in PA. I mean, this could be kooky.
It's going to be weird. So that's August 10th. And then this Wednesday, tomorrow, if you're listening live, I'm back at Soul Joel's. I got a lot going on, so I kind of forgot to plug this. Louie's not coming. That's not going to help my ticket sales. But get some tickets last minute. They're available. I'm bringing Steve Picnic Rogers, Sarah, and who knows, whatever. Come out to Soul Joel's. And then Salt Lake City this weekend. Wise Guys, Friday, Saturday. 2 shows each night. And then lastly, August 14th, PS 109 show is back. Are you around that Saturday by any chance?
Nah, you know me. I'm gone basically every weekend until Biden croaks.
All right, so maybe you'll be around. August 14th, PS 109. You saw it if you're on the Patreon. You saw the Hot Gay sets from there. You saw how fun and cool that show is. We're going to do it up. It's going to be fun. It's on the Upper East Side in an apartment. Maybe we'll get Sal accused to film it again. Make it a Hot Gay set. So be there. We'll videotape some Tuesdays for the Patreon. Come on out, get tickets, and throw some dates out there. You got a lot.
Oh, yeah. I'm all over the road. I just signed a deal with Atlanta, doing Charlotte. We're going to Nashville. We got all kinds of Brea, California. We got all kinds of fun dates. Come on out. Buffalo, New York, you name it. Use the whole Buffalo. Check out our stuff on YouTube. We got 2 specials cooking. You're past clean past 4 mil now. So with these things are really flying. You got pod, I got pod. Come see us live. Get on the Patreon. Shelby, we need some shirts. We got shirts out there?
I think we got some shirts.
All right, get a shirt.
For God's sakes, get a shirt.
Wear it to a gig. Say hello. Get a photo. Do an elbow bump because I got scurvy or polio or something. But say hi. Praise Allah. Blow your dad. And hang 10.